Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Naked CTF. I'm Jono from OpenLearnSec, and in the Naked CTF series I will attempt to compromise and own a server from HackTheBox. This is my first attempt. I've not solved this box beforehand, nor read anything about it. It's one take with no editing, so this video could be 30 minutes or it could be 3 hours. Let's go. Today we're going to be doing DevVortex, which is easy Linux box, still in the easy end of the spectrum from HackTheBox. I think we're running out of easy CTF labs to do, so I think we'll be moving into the medium soon, which is quite exciting. So let's get ourselves set up here. CTF prep. Yep. And it's CTF HTB dev vortex, and then the vortex, not text, and then the IP address. And this just sets up a whole bunch of stuff for me. It organizes my notes in various other directories and that sort of stuff. So let's grab our notes. Dev vortex. There it is. Okay. And let's move into the working directory here. DevVortex, and we'll start our preliminary recon and enumeration. So 2 ports found, but it is failed the ping probe, so we need to add the P, capital P, lowercase n switch, and that will allow the connect scan to complete successfully. So we'll let that run. Let's get a little bit more organized while we're waiting for that to complete. So we've got our template that we use here that's ever evolving. Continue to add to it, continue to build our methodology. We can see none of the actual port numbers have been returned yet. So this might take a little while, but that's okay. The unorganized nodes and somewhat organized nodes continue to be evolved. So, you know, always continuing to build on this after every CTF exercise. Haven't been super diligent about it recently. Hoping to get caught up. I've actually just had some time off from work and technology and all that sort of stuff in general, where I tried to do something of a digital detox. So feeling a little rusty at the moment. Haven't done any sort of CTF or lab type exercise in the last week. So this is the first time back. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully I haven't forgotten too much, but it's all part of the game and just trying to keep the muscle memory and the skills and everything else current, and yeah, just build on things week after week and continue to evolve and work towards gaining the level of understanding and knowledge that I feel comfortable that I'm ready to go ahead and book that OSCP exam, because it's a big investment. I think it's 1,250 USD for a single exam take, which is not cheap. So let's see what nmap had to say. We'll do nmap1.txt. And interestingly, it didn't show us anything. What have I got wrong here? Nmap all ports P dash P dash minus A aggressive T4 timing verbose output file PN target 10.10.11.242 10.10.11.242. Something is gone a little awry here, so I'm gonna try and run this again with a few less switches. Let's put the PN at the beginning, because it's probably still going to complain about that. Not off to a great start here, but that's okay. This is why it's naked CTF, because we have to deal with the odd things that crop up and challenges and weirdness, and they're all kind of experiences to learn new stuff and, you know, hopefully share it with people who may be going through the same process themselves. So we'll let that guy run. He is about 20% done. Yeah, so the OSCP exam is $12.50 USD. $16.49. Okay. So you do get the course material. You do get the paid lab option, not just the free proving grounds option, and one exam attempt. So I would like to nail it in one attempt, because then it's $16.49 rather than $16.49 times 2. But this is also a bit of a hedge, I guess, because what are you looking at here? You're looking at almost 3,200. So I don't know. I'd rather take my time. I'm in no rush. This is OSCP for me is purely for something that I'm just curious about, and broadening my knowledge in security and offensive security in particular. My background is more on the blue team side of things, if you would think of it that way. So I don't have any firm requirement from a work perspective or anything like that to get the OSCP, but it is something, it's a challenge that I've kind of set myself to nail at some point. So that's my rationale. I know it's a little bit different for everyone. Some people are looking towards a career in the industry, and they see this as the, you know, the kind of jumping off point in terms of getting a bunch of certs and then looking for a role. And what do we got here? Cat nmap2.txt. And no ports reported. Okay, this is really weird. I'm definitely missing something here. Host seems down, and if it is really up but blocking our ping probes, try -pn. So we had the PN switch. Let's definitely try pinging IP. 10.10.11.242. 10.10.11.242, yeah. So, okay. What can we try? We can try a simple connect scan, I guess, of the top 1,000. Okay, the ping probe issue again. So it's definitely... Okay. I'm starting to wonder if my mmap is broken. I don't have a host unreachable. 4 filtered TCP ports, host unreachable. Let's just try this. There's a web server running. Do we get it? And let's just check out VPN status. Oh, this is where we're going wrong. Our VPN is failing. Okay, so I'm just reading through the VPN output. I'll tell you what, rather than try and troubleshoot this, so there's definitely a connectivity error. What I'm going to do is, and I didn't even notice that it was disconnected here. But it let me spawn the machine, so that's where I'm a little bit confused. I'm going to regenerate my OpenVPN connection, and let's see if that fixes it. So it's going to be that one. Okay, that looks better. Yeah. So I check the... Yeah, so we have a ton0 interface. We have an IPSLs. Okay, so wow, definitely a diversion there. Networking issue, star.txt. And let's go back to our original aggressive nmap scan. Yep, that one. Okay, there's our 2 ports. Wow. 11 minutes in and we've not really made any progress yet. So 22 and 80, that means that there should be something listing on HTTP. Okay, and it's done a redirect to devvortex.hdb. So one of the next steps that we need to do while nmap is finishing its job is we will do add hosts, and then the IP, and then the host name. Ping devvortex.hdb. Oh, I keep typing vortex. Okay, that looks better. So, first things first, let's capture our recon output in map 1. So we want from here down to here. And that's going to go in our machine notes. Any extra after that? Nope, that's it. So we have port 22, OpenSSH, Ubuntu, kind of pretty standard. Port 80, Nginx 118.0. And you can see the either the 301 or 302 redirect to the domain name there. And let's just have a quick look what it says in the browser. Okay. Welcome to DevVortex, not text. We are a dynamic web development agency. Cool. Marketing development, HTML. Okay. "1,000 years of business." Somehow I doubt that. Let's see if this form goes anywhere. We could look at the source code and check, but... And send. And it looks like the query string is just blank, so I doubt that actually does anything. Let's double check. Find form action is blank. Blank, 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 blank. So there's no backend, server-side script, PHP or otherwise, or whatever it might be, that handles that form. So that's not an avenue for abuse. The other links, we've got index, about. We've got an email address there, which is interesting. We'll definitely grab that, because it may be handy at some point in the future. Who knows? Okay, there's some browser validation on that. Okay. About what we do. None of these are clickable. Portfolio. Nothing extraordinary there. Contact us, and I'd say that's just going to be the same form again that goes nowhere. Okay. What shall we attempt next? Let's do a little checkpoint in our notes. Leave SSH alone for now until some sort of credential situation develops. Port 80 HTTP. Let's do port 22 SSH. So, casual browse of website does not reveal anything interesting. Let's attempt. Next step is directory file enumeration. So what we're looking for potentially is there something else running on this web server which is not directly linked from the existing website that we see, which could be of interest to us. So I'm going to go with this guy. Let's see how long this is going to take. Yeah, okay. http://devvortex.htb. Whoa. Okay, this thing does not do well in a terminal window that has a small number of columns. It just kind of spits everything all over the place. So, what's of interest to us so far? We've got the CSS and JS directory. That's no surprise there. If we look at the source again, CSS. Yeah, there's our CSS directory that Buff found for us. And while we're at it, let's get one going for files. Oh, but it breaks like that, doesn't it? I need to figure out how to do this a little bit better. Maybe if we break that. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Still building the memory muscle for Tmux, but slowly getting there. So URL, apologies for the small font, is going to be devvortex.htb. So it finds all the usual suspects. This poor little virtual machine is getting absolutely hammered at the moment. Almost 2,500 requests per second. Okay, do. What is do.html? Was that one of the existing ones we saw? Yeah. It's in the history. What we do. Okay. Let's just try some common ones. 404. So one other thing that we may want to do is potentially subdomain enumeration, because we do have one domain that we know of, which is the apex or the root domain. Maybe we want to look at some other enumeration or recon for that. Let's let this keep going. However, what I don't have in my notes is subdomain enumeration with FUF. Fuzz faster you fool. I didn't know that was the actual acronym. That's pretty funny. Okay, I think this is the official website. Yeah, so we want to do vhost enumeration, which is where it uses the host header. Okay, so FUF, word list, subdomains, and then you specify the header, you put in the fuzz keyword, and then your domain, then the URL. Okay. And then you need to tune it to exclude anything less than X bytes, and assume 1495 will differ from web server to web server. So the next thing I'm going to need is seclists subdomain. Yeah. Okay. Because at the moment, we got nothing to go on. We got the static HTML pages that we already know about. We've got the directories that we already know about. So it's time to buff this a bit further. And I will put this in my notes once we're done. So we're going to do ffuf minus u http:// devvortex.htb. Then the word list is going to be user share word lists. User share word lists. Sec lists. Yeah. And then discovery DNS subdomains top 1 million. Discovery. Oh, my memory is terrible. DNS subdomains top 1 million. Then let's just go with 5,000. Then we need to construct the host header -h host buzz.devvortex.htb. Let's see what that does. Okay. So it's going to give us a 302 redirect by default, trying to send us back to the home page. And that is 154 bytes. And you'll see using this FS switch, this is going to be different from server to server. So I want to do FS 154. Oh, and straight away we get a hit. Dev. Nice. Okay. Add host. IP first. devvortex.htb. Ping devvortex.htb. Beautiful. Let's open it up in the browser. It's not sending us directly to the website. Vortex.hdb. Okay. And this looks like a totally new website. Maybe this is their like staging. So, oh look, they got MYOB and Citrus as customers. Wow. Okay, so we need to... Oh, that's interesting. That's a different domain altogether. Let's grab that just in case. I have a feeling this word list is too big. And I have a feeling I'm not comfortable because how screwed up this thing got. So I am going to run it again. Maybe with a smaller word list. So let's just continue to probe around in here. So I can tell by the anchor or the tag in the... Sorry, the URL in the bottom left when I hover over the link. It's just going to an anchor tag, which is all enclosed in this one page. So it's not even opening a second HTML page or anything like that. Have a look for forms. No. What else? Lots of CSS and everything else. Now, what's interesting here is if we look at the metadata, media template site, Cassiopeia, assets vendor, bootstrap, assets vendor. This is using a very structured directory structure. Which, if you compare to the original website, this looks much more like handcrafted HTML and CSS. Like they're both using Bootstrap, but this doesn't have any of the, you know, deeply nested media template site, something, assets, image. And then it's got one for Apple Touch. You know, I'm a little bit suspicious. All right, let's take a breather and go back to our notes. So, subdomain enumeration found dev.devvortex.hdb. Now let's do the directory enumeration on both, just to be complete. devvortex.hdb, and then down here we'll do the same, but we'll do it on the dev subdomain. Dev vortex.hdb. And let's make it full screen. Whoa. What happened there? Okay. Something about our... Oh, word list doesn't exist. Wrong path. Let's go 2.3 medium. Yep. So this is the dev website, and it's already got a lot of hits like images, home, media, templates, modules, plugins, includes. Okay. And we'll go up here and we'll do the same. Yeah, I think this garbage is because there is comments at the top of the word list file that includes like the Creative Commons license and that sort of thing, and that's why it's throwing some weird output. I'll have to look into that. Okay, so that's still 220,000. This guy is pretty slow, like 30 requests. Whereas this guy is hammering 2,000 requests. I guess they're fighting for CPU time or something at the moment. Let's poke around some of these directories. Yeah, API? Hell yeah. DevVortex / API 404. Okay, but it's a JSON response, so it's likely a REST API. This guy is turning up the same as we saw before, images, CSS, JSS. I'm just rerunning this just as a precautionary measure in case I kind of missed something with that first large scan. But if I kind of follow the pattern of the progressive nature of how some of these CTF exercises work, it's kind of, if you do the subdomain enumeration and you find something there, then it's not always, but it's likely going to be the area that you need to dig into next. That said, some of these authors who put these CTF boxes together, they do like to throw in, you know, red herring, dry hole, whatever you want to call it, so that you do burn a bunch of time doing enumeration and everything else. So let's not completely discount it. And oh, look at that. Administrator. Oh, I just killed it. Dang it. Okay, never mind. We'll let this one finish first and then we'll rerun it. Okay, so just to explain, on dev.devvortex.hdb, one of the subdirectories we found was administrator. So let's have a look at what that is. No, we don't want the Google write-up. We want dev.devvortex administrator. Aha! Joomla. So I am old enough to remember that Joomla is a content management system written in PHP. So if we do inspector, development tools, and just out of interest, if we look at the request header, it's Nginx, but no mention of powered by PHP in the response headers. So I have a feeling that Nginx is the kind of the front end, like the reverse proxy, and is doing a reverse proxy request to another service that is listing on an internal, it's listing on a port that's only available internally on the host. It's not available externally. Because it normally, when you serve up PHP content, and maybe Joomla's got something to do with it, is you're going to see a X powered by header that has the PHP version I don't know. It could be stripped anywhere in this case, but okay. Let's roll a dice. Lucky, admin. No, not that lucky. That I want to save for later, and that for later as well, so I can make my notes. This guy is about... Wow, it's not even halfway done. Really low requests per second. So we'll let that go. Let's jump back into our notes. Directory enum on dev.devvortex. Found a /administrator path, PRATOR, which reveals a running instance of Joomla. Let's see if we can fingerprint it in terms of the version. Yeah, version. Okay, let's try Joomla default credentials. There is no default administrator password. It's typed in as part of the installation process. Yeah, so this is a good thing on Joomla's behalf. They don't ship a default set of credentials. They force you to set the username and password while you're running through like the installation setup process, which is when you visit the website for the first time after, uncompressing the tarball or whatever it might be. I believe WordPress is the same, so good practice there, but not good for us because it doesn't mean there's going to be a potential set of default credentials we can use. What I want to know is what version is this? How do you recover your admin password? Now, this is not sending me to a reset, but it's sending me to the official docs. And you have to edit the configuration.php file. You have FTP, which we don't. You can download config.php. So that's using a static PHP file where you can set the root user, and you can also edit the users table in the MySQL database directly. And what they give you is a hash to change it to secret. TRD7T. So this is how you create a new super user. Yeah, the site may be hacked if you do not change the password to a secure value after logging in. So maybe admin and secret. No good. Okay. I think it's time to fire up good old HackTricks. Joomla. I haven't seen a page on Joomla in HackTricks, but would be surprised if there isn't one. There it is. Joomla collects some anonymous usage statistics, such as the breakdown of Joomla PHP and database versions and server operating systems. This data can be queried via their public API. Interesting. So, does that mean... Oh, okay, this is the global install base of Joomla versions that Joomla themselves keeps track of. Okay, fingerprinting, meta. Yep, we definitely saw that. Yeah, so we know it's Joomla. In administrator manifest file joomla.xml, you can see the version. Okay, let's try some of these paths. So what I'm hoping for is that this is an old version of Joomla that has some sort of vulnerability that we can take advantage of. Oh, nice. Look at that. 426. Goodness, I love hack tricks. So it's got both the MySQL and Postgres database driver available, it looks like. I don't know which one it's necessarily using. Okay. Let's put that in our notes. And, okay. Quite a few windows open here. Does that appear? 426? No. So that's really cool. Like, the version number is not in the source code for the index page or the login page, but Hacktricks has a nice little disclosure thing that you can take advantage of here to get the version information. Automatic. Droop scan. What is droop scan? Droop scan. Plugin-based scanner that aids security researchers in identifying issues with several CMSs, mainly Drupal and Silverstripe. Okay, so it's a PyPy module as well. Okay, we'll come back to that. Versions from 4.0 to 4.2.7 are vulnerable to unauthenticated information disclosure, CV 2023, so pretty recent, that will dump creds and other information. Oh, sweet. Okay, let's try this. So, no auth required, but we can potentially leak a whole bunch of information. dev.devvortex.hdb. Yeah, okay. Wow, we got a Logan Paul. What's he doing there? He's got to fight Mike Tyson next week. Okay, so let's capture this. Yep. So Joomla users Lewis / Lewis. So Lewis at devvortex.hdb. Super user. What was his full name? Just Lewis. Logan Paul. Logan was the username. Logan Paul Logan at devvortex.htb. Registered user. Okay, so I think that's just a plain user. So that is very, very handy. Let's take a note. Leveraged CVE blah. User information disclosure. Disclosure. We were just there. It was 4.2.6 is the version we're in, and anything after 4.2.7 is fixed. And then let's grab this. Actually, let's grab the CVE first. So 2023. CVE dash. Okay. That is not how you spell leveraged. And then we want to do the config file, which could be interesting. Let's have a look. All right. Even formats it into nice JSON for us. All right. There's probably going to be a lot of noise in here because it's all like system or instance level configuration. Site name. Yeah. So this looks a bit like a database schema. Like you've got the ID of the attribute. And then its value. Okay, so what do we want to be reading? It looks like a down for maintenance message. And they're all 224. Okay. Offline image. Site name is developed. TinyMC is an editor. Okay. DB type is MySQLi. That's a PHP library for, well, it's a MySQL library used by PHP for interfacing to the database server. There's a mention of Lewis, which is our power user. Let me just make this a bit bigger. Okay. So let's get the, what does it actually dump? Let's see if we can find a reference. Joomla config file reference. We don't want version 3, we want 4. Config PHP file explained. Maybe this would be easier to read actually in raw. No, definitely not. Oh, actually. DB type, MySQL host, localhost, user, Lewis, password. So I'm assuming this is the database credentials. Database name is Joomla. That's the table prefix. So we saw the mention of that in the official docs, that each instance has their own table prefix. So you can run multiple Joomla installations on one database server. RCE. Okay. All right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let's grab this and stick it in our notes. Oh, hang on. No, it said in that Joomla doc that we read that the root user was set. User password DB. Okay, so it is database config. Right, let's capture them first. Let's grab this long password. And okay, config file disclosure. Like that. So what do we want to do? We know that this Lewis password combination is likely the MySQL, is the credentials Joomla uses to connect to MySQL, but we don't have MySQL exposed externally. We only have 22 and 80. So let's just kill this. Let's try SSH. Lewis at devvortex.htb. Yeah. Let's try this password. Make sure we copy it correctly. Do it one more time just to be sure. Paste clipboard. No. Okay. So likely works for MySQL, doesn't work for SSH. Let's try logging in with it to Joomla. Lewis. Oops. There we go. Yes. Nice. This is why password reuse is so important. Okay, so let's capture that. It may be useful in the future. Lewis, username, password, worked for Joomla web admin login. And then I did see here, if you manage to get admin credentials, you can get RCE inside of it by adding a snippet of PHP code to gain RCE. We can do this by customizing a template. All right. So this looks pretty nice in the sense that it's a simple injection. Okay, I think we'll just use this so we can curl the site and we can pass in a command to be run and get it returned. Okay. So templates, bottom left under configuration. Templates. System. Okay, first we gotta find templates. Aha. Site templates. Is that Cassiopeia? Okay, I think that's a default Joomla site. So we want to customize a template. Then we want to edit error. And do we replace? Yeah, so we just replace all of it with that. We need some of these default. Let's just do this. Okay, let's try it. Save. Then we want to do curl -s /templates. And then it's going to be Cassiopeia. http://dev.devvortex.htb. And then we need to replace that with Cassio. What was it called? CASSIO. CASSIOPEIA. Okay, that works pretty nice. Wow, okay. RCE achieved by editing error.php template and hitting URL with curl -s copy link. Okay, so let's do some messing around. What directory are we in? var www dev-vortex, okay. Let's do ls okay, this is that templates directory, so we don't have to URL encode everything, do we? Because otherwise we might www dev.devvortex.htb. Yeah, it's not going to work. So the best option here is to get our friend this. Our friend Burp. I'm sure there is a way to do URL encoding on the command line. I just don't know what it is. And so let's turn intercept on. Let's turn on proxy. And let's do this. We can go here. Send to repeater. And will that automatically encode it? No, it won't. URL encode as you type. Lovely. Ah, look at that. Burp is great. Okay, let's get ourselves situated here. Oh. Why are we getting nothing back? We probably don't want this cookie, right? So why is it working with curl? What did we break? dev.vortex.htb templates Cassiopeia error.php. It was working, right? Templates Cassiopeia. Oh boy, going off the rails again. Templates, name, error.php. Templates, name, error.php, and equals ID. Maybe this change got reverted? Going very slowly. Something is wrong here. Let's try going back to... yeah. Still up. But I think we may have killed it. All right. Let's reset the box. Network error. Oh, my goodness. I am getting burped everywhere I go. Wow, that was a rookie mistake. Okay. That doesn't explain why that's not working. HTTP. -s http devvortex.htb templates Cassiopeia error.php command.id. Okay. Okay, so it did get reverted. Wonder why that is. Maybe it did acknowledge my reset. I don't know. Okay, let's get this train wreck back on track. And there we go. Okay. So now this should be good. Thank you. And we can do this. No, 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 no. Okay. ls, oh, ls var www dev.devvortex.htb. Okay. So what do we want to get next? Let's have a look at the htaccess file. But that doesn't seem to be in the right format. Normally it's .htaccess. Okay. Just looks like a bunch of Joomla defaults. I mean, a copy of the database would be good. Even though we've already got the clear text password for Lewis. It would be good to get the Paul Logan user as well. So if we dump the Joomla database, we'll get that users table and the hash. Just to see if we can find a pre-configured Right, first of all, let's check that we have the MySQL. Okay. First of all, let's check. Oh man, don't tell me that's reverted again. Yeah, I don't know why this keeps happening, but it's annoying. Maybe it automatically redeploys the templates. I don't know. Okay. Create override. Okay. So let's get the user flag to start with. I think that's probably a good next step. So we're going to do ls home www data, although this is probably not an interactive user. Yeah. So there is only a Logan user. There's no Lewis user. Does he have an SSH key? No. Logan. Okay, there's the user.txt. Okay, but I need to be logged in as Logan. Okay, fine. Logan is our target. So let's run MySQL. Let's run ls. It's just MySQL, right? Unless that changed. MySQL. MySQL client path Ubuntu. MySQL directory path. User local MySQL bin. User local MySQL. User local. Bin. Nothing. So let's have a look in the other website. Yeah, nothing there. What we expected. And I think our code is going again. Annoying. Nope. Just me that can't remember the paths. Oh, full domain name. wonder if there's a database dump in here somewhere. It's in temp. Okay, now it's gone. Okay, this is frustrating, but we will prevail. Temp. Nothing. Web.config. Okay. Just trying to think. So if we don't have a MySQL client, we can't dump the database. I mean, we could make this a little bit easier by changing it to a reverse shell. Yeah, I think we might try, instead of just using this get command, we might try and do a an interactive shell, because I refuse to kind of believe that the MySQL clients don't install. Oh, great. Now Ubuntu's website is down. Just my luck. Everything is going... Not so good. Oh my god, all Ubuntu, well, all these packages.ubuntu websites are down. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's have a look. MySQL client. Just keep clicking until we find something. I don't want to download it. I want to look at the package manifest. Yeah. That's not it. Yeah, this is the wrong package. Should be use a bin, right? User bin MySQL MyStar. User bin MySQL. User bin MySQL. Yeah, okay. I think we need a shell because it's not returning anything because I think it's not writing to std out. So let's do this. Let's go to revshells.com. Let's look for PHP and test monkey. Let's check my IP 10.10.14.23 10.10 right 10.10.14.23. Okay. Let's copy that. Let's go to Joomla. And let's replace that with this. Let's save it. Let's start a listener. NC NVLP 1337. And then let's fire it with this. Okay, what's going on? 10, 14, 23. Oh, okay. I think we broke it with an extra PHP tag. Let's fix that. Yeah, we definitely broke it. Save. Run again. There we go. Okay. MySQL. Okay. Good. MySQL. Help. No. Okay, let me just try and do this from memory. Lewis. P for password. And then it should default to OpenHost. Oh. Localhost. No, we screwed that up. MySQL. U. Lewis. And then. Oh. Something's happening. Come on. Oh, sure. Oh, okay. Why is it not giving me... All right. We need to attempt the shell upgrade. Verse shell upgrade. I've never had much luck with this, so yeah, Python. C import pty dot spawn bin bash single quote. Okay, Python 3. Oh goodness me. Python 3 minus C import pty dot spawn bin bash. Okay, that's a little bit better. Lewis minus P. Okay, show databases. Use Joomla. Show tables. Whoa, it's quite a few. But if I had to hazard a guess, this is the one we want. So let's just take a moment to check in here. Lewis user cannot be exploited further beyond admin access to Joomla and access to MySQL database, which has been achieved. The only interactive, well, the only /home user, the only user in /home is Logan. So we will pursue his password. Right. Star from SD4FG users. So there's Lewis. Username, Logan, email, password. Right. Let's grab that. Okay, let's do Control B. Nope, Control B. Okay, and move into our working directory. DevVortex. Okay, so that is for Logan. Now, Jack the Ripper Joomla. I'm gonna cheat here. Joomla password hashes. Did I just call it Jack the Ripper? See, I was hoping it would just know what the password format is. I think if we look at it, that part of it might be the salt. I don't know. Then MD5. Okay, let's just do Joom. Let's do Joomla password crack. Hashcat. Oh boy. Yeah. I am definitely not feeling confident with Hashcat. Let's just try it. Maybe it will know how to auto magically do it. Don't we need to tell Hashcat to use RockU? Oh, man. All right, I'm going to kill this other section for now because I think we've got what we need. These are all the different crypto options. User share word lists. RockU. So it doesn't actually authoritatively decide which one is which. So I doubt it's 3200. Start from the bottom. And then I know with Hashcat, yeah, it's -- show. And keep in mind, this is running inside of a SHA-512. I doubt it. I mean, it did look more MD5. 25600. Yeah, this is running inside a virtual machine, so no GPU acceleration or anything there. Which is a bit unfortunate. One day I hope to build a little standalone hardware machine with an old GPU card, but I just don't have the hardware lying around. All right, what are we at? 1 hour, 33 minutes. This has definitely been a adventure of lots of twists and turns. Hopefully we can get a result on this password. Because outside of that, I'm kind of out of ideas. Finish. 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 Finish enabled. Hash identifier. Yeah. See if there's some website that knows how to identify these things. Bcrypt Blowfish. Time estimated 2 days. I assume that's 2 days if it has to go through the entire RockU word list, which is pretty long. It's done 7,104. He is hoping. Work on my notes while that's going. Use a reverse shell via error.php RC bug to get interactive shell, which let me run the MySQL client, which could not be done in a non-interactive TTY. Able to dump the users table from the Joomla database using the Lewis database credentials. Cool. Okay, status. I'm impatient. Okay, not even 1% progress. Status. Yeah, I wonder if there's some optimizations that it was talking about. W3. Yeah. Yeah, RockU is 14,344,385 passwords. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm assuming this Logan user is what's going to be used for Privask. Because then we'll have a regular user, not the www data user, which is more of a service account. But so far, pretty cool. Really enjoyed it. Like there's multiple chained exploits here to kind of get to where we are, which is from what I understand, is the real world. Not necessarily exploits, but just even chaining together a bunch of misconfigurations or information disclosures or whatever it might be. I just really hope this is the right path. I mean, what we could do is jump into the hints. Oh dear. Yeah, let's just walk through it just to confirm we're on the right path. So 2 ports. It is going to be dev. Oops, sorry, dev.devvortex.hdb. Joomla. 4.6.2. Nope. 4.2.6. Close. Luckily, we noted down that CVE. Lewis user is going to be this one. Oh, we didn't get the user flag. Okay, we can do it when we log in. Dang it, we didn't save the table name. It was P something 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 underscore users. All right, let's get connected again. Hopefully our code is still there. And it's not. All right, let's do this from memory. Python 3 -c import pty dot spawn bin bash single quote go. Yes. Lewis -p. Copy this. Use Joomla Go tables SD4FG. SD4FG users. Yeah. So we're on the right path. Crack the hash. That's good. Makes me feel better. What I don't feel good about is that we had four potential hash schemes that Hashcat detected. And I'm not 100% convinced we're using the right one. Which means we've been going for $13 minutes, and it might all be for nothing. Bcrypt. Blowfish. Bcrypt. Normal Bcrypt. And what do we pick? $25600. Bcrypt MD5. Bcrypt MD5, yeah. Oh, I'm feeling very unsure about this. This guy makes no mention of MD5, just bcrypt. And this guy, $2y, $10, $2y. Yeah, so we've got the same prefix or packing this guy has. Bcrypt. Could be bcrypt MD5. Should just be normal bcrypt. I think we're using the wrong algo. I really do. $3,200. 3,200 was the one that I said it couldn't be that, because that sounds very operating system like. Bcrypt $2 star dollar blowfish. Bcrypt, So this one is more confident that it is 3,200. Okay. I'm going to take a gamble here. I believe Hashcat will save your progress. Because we could have literally just sat there for 2 days and not got a result. So and the fact that that hash identifier on the website was a little bit more specific. I mean, it says possible. Include all possibilities. Is that the password? Oh, it finished. Yeah. It already had the hash. Oh my goodness. Right. Let's try SSH. Logan at devvortex.htb. There we go. Cat user.txt. First flag. Wonderful. Let's stick that in. Okay. Privesk. Let's check the usual stuff. ID. Groups. Sudo -i. Whoops. sudo -l. Hello. Root for apport CLI. Now, I know this is like some hardware thing. Oh, okay, crash management. So we didn't even have to go to linps or anything like that to look for a potential privesc. Okay, let's run this CLI. Crash reports. Version 2.2011. Sudo -l shows apport CLI 2.2011 is configured as root for login user. And we have password 2.2011. This vulnerability only works if assigned in sudoers. Okay, perfect. Just one moment. Okay, I'm back. Oh, okay. This is like the system CTL thing. Yeah, if you have less as the default pager and the terminal size can be set, a local attacker can escalate with privilege. Because once you run the CLI as root using sudo, you can press V, which will then pass or spawn less as the kind of the text viewer. And then once you're in less, you can fire up bin bash. You can spawn a shell. Cool. I think this might work. I have a good feeling. After all the bad luck from today, I have a good feeling. 2.2011. This is in 2.26. So this is like much earlier. Let's just try this. I don't know if the file actually needs to exist. Let's just see if we can use any old file. User.txt. What? Okay, so we need a valid crash dump to actually run it. Is there anything in var crash? Yeah, okay. So how do we create a crash file? Oh, look at all this garbage. Nothing. Nope. What are the options? Maybe there's a way to do it without a crash file. Yeah, so in this example, it's just creating a empty file. Test.crash, and then they add this less the end. Okay. It seems to have worked. Maybe it was defaulting the path to var crash. That's why it wasn't working with the file in the working directory earlier. So you want to view the report, and then we want to do bin bash and root. Hello. Boom, that's it. We are done. Let's grab that. And let's put that in here. And let's minimize that, maximize that. Let's grab that CVE. Pager bug exists for sudo user where less is spawned from apport CLI, and from less a shell can be spawned. Cool. Okay, look, this was a really fun box to do. I gotta say, like, it was lots of twists and turns, and the static website through to the subdirectory enumeration, then having to discover and fingerprint the Joomla version itself, and then just coming in at that 4.2.6 version, which seemed to have a lot of vulnerabilities. Everything from information disclosure through to RCE. That gave us the database credentials. It gave us access to inject raw PHP into the application. That gave us a shell. The shell gave us, using the earlier credentials, gave us a copy of the database. Database gave us password hash. Password hash gave us another user. That user gave us interactive login via SSH. And the sudo configuration, or sudo is configuration with that vulnerable the vulnerable command apport CLI, which, like I said, it was very similar to the systemd bug that lets you, if you have systemctl in sudoers for particular users, they can break out of that into a interactive shell. So all in all, a lot of fun. If you stuck around to this end of this video, thanks very much. It was a bit of a tough one, tough getting back in the saddle for me. Thanks very much, and have a great morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.